Howdy. I wanted to do this video earlier and life's been a little crazy. So I'm going to give you a quick update on FWC regulations. It's not going to be 100% rock solid. I want to give you the basics. All right. This is for harvesting stone crab claws in the state of Florida. It's regulated by the FWC, which is the Florida Wildlife Commission. All right, they do a tremendous job protecting our natural resources in the state of Florida. So, harvesting became legal today, May 15th, for recreational and stone crabbers. It'll stay legal through May 1st. The season will close on May 2nd. I don't know what day of the week it is. I'm assuming it's probably going to close on a Monday or so. I don't have a calendar in front of me. But the minimum legal size to harvest a stone crab claw is 2 7/8 inches. All right, so as of today, you can harvest those legally. But something that was changed recently in this past year is a recreational crabber is allowed up to 5 traps, just like the blue crab traps that I talked to you about earlier this year about the blue crab regulations. So what you're going to have to do is you have to register before you can even drop your traps in the water. I wish I had kind of thought about this before. I kind of forgot. I did it with the blue crabs, but basically it's the same process. So you cannot drop your traps in the water until your each trap is registered. It's got to have your specific registration number. You have to register that with the state of Florida, FWC. They'll give you 5 numbers, and then you have to put your name, phone number, address, all that good stuff, right? Affix it to it. I recommend using like a laminated type thing with zip ties. I really don't recommend, this is just me, my thinking. I don't have any proof on this. I would use some type of darker color paper when you laminate it, because you want it to kind of blend in with the watercolor. That's just me. That's my brain thinking like that. You don't really want something real bright. It's going to not look natural when it's underwater. So once you've accomplished that, you're allowed to keep 1 gallon of claws per person per day, or 2 gallons per vessel. So if you have 3 or 4 people on the vessel and you're harvesting those claws, you can only take 2 gallons maximum. All right, I'm trying to make that clear as possible. Then this is where it gets sketchy. I didn't really read the fine print. If there's anything changed on this, and I have heard. I'm just going to say I have heard. I'm going to use the magic quotation marks that it's not ethical to harvest both claws. You basically take the biggest one, and they will regrow and replenish that claw so they can defend themselves in the future. If you take both claws, then they will replenish, but they're not going to be able to defend themselves and be a replenishing natural resource in the water. So it's the way I understand it. It may be legal to take both claws in the past. I don't recommend it. Take the biggest claw, enjoy your thing, let them go, boom, do your thing, and let them live for another day so you can, let other people reharvest those claws in the future. So that's what we're talking about today, FWC regulations. There's a lot of fine print. You want to go in and kind of learn more about it, but a lot of people really love those stone crab claws, especially the tourists that come from the Midwest and stuff like that down to visit Southwest Florida. It's going to be it's something they look forward to year after year, and they like it. There's a thing called the mustard sauce. People love mixing it with the mustard sauce. So I'm just telling you a little bit about stone crab season. It may be very difficult this year with our current natural disaster we just incurred. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect it. I know certain offshore is less affected. When I say offshore, I don't mean off the shoreline. Offshore, out in the Gulf, has been less affected than like some of the bays and the in river estuaries and things of that nature. So I'm just trying to give you an update, a little bit about the FWC regulations. I encourage you to go to myfwc.com and check out all the regulations. Make sure you're legal, especially if you're coming back in as a tourist, a snowbird, or whatever you want to call yourselves, and just be legal. You know, here at Jailbait and Tackle, we always tell you, always know your legal limits. So that's pretty much the end of this video for today. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and FWC does a great job, so please always support them. If they ever approach you to check your credentials, always be polite, kind, cooperative, and you're going to have a good day. You're going to be able to continue enjoying, you know, your fishing passion or what have you in the future. Peace out, folks. See you next time.